the Raw Take, everyone, a lifeline to your unfiltered media experience. I'm your host, Gion Thomas, and before we get into the show today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads. Also, you can find us anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. So, Ronald Greene was murdered by Louisiana State Police in 2019. He led the cops on a highway speed chase, and it ended up in his death. And as soon as the cops opened up that door, as soon as they pulled him over, they had the intention to murder and kill him. And you'll understand why I'm saying that, because we're about to show two clips from the Associated Press. One of them has a expert on excessive force, and he's gonna break down how the cops were in the wrong. And also, we'll hear what the coroner had to say about his death. So let's take a look at these two clips.
I'm scared. I'm just scared. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I'm driving me, Chris. I'm scared.
Mr. Greene was, to some degree, even though he had just finished leading police officers on a lengthy and high-speed chase, his inclination at that particular point was to acquiesce to what the officers wanted.
Let me see your hands. Put your hands behind your back, bitch. Give me your fucking hands. Put your hands behind your back. Taser. Put your hands behind your back. Behind your back. You're about to get it again if you don't put your fucking hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'm sorry.
What's problematic for me is that Mr. Greene is now left on the ground, on his stomach, handcuffed in a prone position. And officers are trained throughout the United States that once there's a struggle of this nature, and the individual's handcuffed, that you need to push him off onto his side or get him in a sitting position so you can allow that breathing to be unimpeded by his own body weight.
All over. This guy ain't got fucking AIDS.
And that didn't happen for at least, based on my calculation, 9 minutes, where Mr. Greene was left alone. And then when he wasn't left alone and he tried to get over onto his side, another trooper pushed him down using his foot against the lower back and buttocks of Mr. Greene. And I didn't understand that. There was absolutely no reason for that. Under no circumstances should Mr. Greene have been drugged by his ankle shackles. That was malicious, sadistic, completely unnecessary. And the officer that did it's going to have to be held accountable.
Yet another case involving the tragic death of an apparently unarmed black man at the hands of police. Warning, what you're about to see is very disturbing.
I'm scared. I'm your brother. I'm scared.
This morning, Louisiana state troopers under intense scrutiny over a 2019 traffic incident that they claim resulted in a high-speed chase. Ronald Greene here pleading with troopers in video from police body camera footage obtained by the Associated Press. Greene, only 49, died that night. And questions are mounting about whether his case involved excessive force.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. I'm sorry.
In clips of a 46-minute video, police seen tasing him, punching him, and at one point dragging him by his shackled feet when he's already handcuffed. The Greene family has been demanding justice, claiming a cover-up.
As a family, it's tore us apart. It's tore us apart. We do all that we can to just maintain our sanity. It's so hurtful. It's so hurtful.
Police initially said that Greene died from injuries after crashing into a tree. But in audio obtained by ABC News, one of the officers involved in the incident suggesting a different story.
The coroner reported Greene's death as accidental, the result of a heart attack. Louisiana State Police are declining to comment, citing an ongoing civil rights investigation. They're calling the release of this video unauthorized.
All right. I mean, that's heartbreaking to watch. That is heartbreaking to watch. They drugged that man. They punched him. They tased him. Like I said, as soon as he got out of the car, their intentions was to murder him, was to kill him, because they were inconvenienced, because he led them on a highway speed chase. And so they were infuriated, and so they took it out on him. I mean, you heard what that cop said. I mean, I beat him limp. And then the way they lied, they said that he died in a car crash. He hit a tree, and then they said, oh, he had a struggle with Monroe cops, and then he just died on the way to the hospital. I mean, what? I mean, just the multiple stories. Y'all can't even fix y'all stories, and this is happening with body cam. The cops are lying. The cops are lying, filing false police reports, lying on police reports, and they have video camera. They have the body cam, and they still lie. I mean, and then the coroners, they're gonna back it up. They're gonna say this man died of a heart attack, just like George Floyd, but they don't show the video and all the other context, the oh my God, the suffocation, the chokehold, the constant tasering. I mean, that's inhuman. This is stuff you see in other countries, in third world countries. But you're seeing this in America, home of the free, home of the brave. Yeah, what kind of democracy is that? Where's the due process? I mean, oh my God, that's barbaric. And then you have people who's gonna be in my comment section and be like, oh well, we don't need no kind of police reform. Yes, we do need police reform. This is evidence. They lied, and this happened 2 years ago. It took them 474 days for them to open up an investigation. That is asinine. What people will fight against this because it doesn't affect you. Because it doesn't, because you don't look like this. You're not black. You're not Hispanic. You're not a minority. This stuff highly affects us. Highly affects us. But we can't get the George Floyd Act passed. What kind of stuff is that? We can't get the George Floyd Act passed, but and I'm all for the Asians, but Joe Biden goes ahead and passes an executive order for Asian hate, which is good. But what about the people who helped put Biden in office? Us, the black community. We showed out and showed up in the primaries. And not a decision I wanted. I wanted Bernie Sanders. But you know what? The older black community spoke. They wanted Sleepy Joe. Where you at, Sleepy Joe? Where are you at? I mean, he has to say something. You have to say something about this Joe Biden. You have to. I mean, I don't know, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. I'm a black male. I have cousins. I have people I consider brothers who look just like me. They go out there every day, and this could be their reality. And no, I'm not saying that they're criminals. These are good, upstanding people, but you never know. These cops had the intention to murder. They had the intent to kill. They opened up that door, tasering them, punching them, throwing them out. He was on the ground. He's trying to pull himself on his back so he can probably breathe. That cop puts his foot on him and stay down. That is cruelty at the highest level. This is America. This is not stuff you should be seeing in America. As any American watching these videos, you should be outraged. And it shouldn't take black people and young black people protesting and demonstrating for this stuff to happen. My grandmother demonstrated. We fighting the same battles. That's crazy. That's asinine. How? It's no change, man. No change. And people don't understand. We have white supremacists and white and white wing militias have infiltrated law enforcement. They've infiltrated law enforcement. Clearly, it is shown in this video. It is shown in the murder video of George Floyd. It is shown in the murder case of Breonna Taylor. I mean, it just goes on and on. And this happened 2 years ago. And we just now hearing about this. Louisiana police, they were covering up a murder. They lied about it twice. They lied about it twice. And people will say, no, we don't want to defund the police. We don't think there should be any kind. We need total. That's why there's people who say we need to abolish the police and start this whole thing up all over again. And I can understand that. I can understand that argument. That's not the argument I'm taking. I'm saying that we do need to basically revolutionize how we do policing. Is evident because it's not conductive. It's not producing for one sect of the community. It's totally going against. And there's so many studies and so many charts and that just shows that if you're black and you interact with a cop, you have a higher chance of dying than anyone. That is, oh my God, what kind of world, how can anybody hear that statistic and be like, yeah, I'm cool with that? What? I mean, that's horrible. Your interaction with a cop may lead to your death if you're black. You cannot even be breaking the law. If that cop is mad, if that cop is secretly a racist, if that cop wants to see you dead, you will be dead. There is nothing that can stop that. And the evidence is clear as day. There's tons of murder videos of cops murdering black people, trying to murder black people, beating black people. The evidence is long as the day is bright. Or whatever that saying is. I don't know what that saying is. I totally messed up that saying, but it is what it is. I mean, I just, man, it's not demoralizing, but it is hurtful to come out here and talk about this stuff. And it's so frequent. And there's nothing that's going, and we could talk about gaining economic power and political power, but you got to understand, getting to and living your everyday life can wind up with you being dead. Just by you just driving, you going to your everyday place. If that cop doesn't feel like you have a right to live, he can take your life. And I don't think that should be in America. I think any sane American would not want that. I mean, they drugged that man, punched him. He was on his stomach for 9 minutes. You heard what the excessive force expert said, that they should have put him on his side. He tried rolling on his side, and they put his foot on his back. I was like, get down, treating that man like a dog, because that's how they see us. Ultimately, that is how they see us. And the Democrats, and I don't know. The Democrats need to do something. They need to stop giving all this lip service and start doing some policy. We got the George Floyd Act, and y'all can't even pass it. And I don't expect nothing from the Republicans. They ain't gonna do nothing. But one way we can fix this is having more people get involved in policing, more people who are like-minded, advocate for more community policing. And we need harder sentences. We need death penalties. We need death penalties. If a cop murders a person unlawfully, they need to be murdered. I mean, that's how you stop this. And I don't want to sound, I know that's very cold to say, but that's how you when people start oh wow, oh whoa, you're injecting Billy? Billy stepped on little Jamal's neck and shot him in the head 6 times. Yeah. We're gonna put little Billy, we're gonna put Billy the cop to sleep. And that's some of the things that needs to happen. I mean, I don't want to say eye for eye, but I mean something needs to happen. And I believe in the justice system. I don't believe in vigilante justice. I believe in the justice system. So we handle it through the justice system. Take your life through the justice system. I don't know, man. I'm not even for the death penalty, but stuff like that, nah, man. You can't go free. You all of them, all of those cops, all 6 of those cops. That's disgusting. Put yourself in my shoes. If you look like me, and that's a reality every time you step outside the door, or you had a son. Hell, a lot today in America, a lot of white people have children that look just like me. So just think, if that was your child, would you want that to happen to your child? I've been harassed by the cops since I was little. No one should have to live that in America. Too many people look like me, know that. And man, it's just wild. It's just heartbreaking to watch stuff like that, man. And then just no justice. But that's our show, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You can find us anywhere where you can listen to podcasts. Y'all have a blessed day, and do something. Do something to end this.